This is Boadu TV. Truth and integrity.
Boadu TV sunye mayema munyina kwaba emfambra so. Na yebesho first time na wa subscribe na yenyina yen like video yen comment and to comment section mu. Hopeson Adorye. Hopeson Adorye asa kan ho bi mo on de se de MPP for pamono no. Oda nam sa wo fie je say ofie so azed na okosi TV na okohasa. Woni Mugabe Mase Asia na National Cathedral no. Wama list bia sankrofo no na omodi sika moso maye audit de audit ni kire se sikedi bia nkoso ba Hopeson kire se bibi wo ho. Yes, Hopeson kire se bibi wo ho and Mugabe kire se amanfo bibi ko je amanfo be edi no aba list no ten yebeko na yakwakwakoti a lista enso achesim delegate conference MPP for ye emunse bibri mafaya etiekutiwe
wofo we ko krani bese oze ko wosi bie jagu o moso se emu bi free konsuo na chi akofo ni be misbehave hwe nipa 88 hwe de o moye 88 hwe de o moye wo Ghana ya ba kwa tina eye University of Ghana eye stadium ho simhu a omkoye hawa kumse bana ikura nensa na we su kura crutches ese ne motuom ete se de obi adi o mawu amode we de mo fa ne fola o hwe ya me won say oma ase biti war drums say e be hia watiwa na to de mema na ekọ ye ma ne be mo matena fie e ma ne be mo matena fie tiwa no ye ne ekọ ya adwuma no de oso ya bema no onya fe me say de oso ya bema MPP ne oso ya bema ya ono de waye na adwene say saka okoye basa ewa akwatia no ye be kwa akoto no boko ababoko hwisi o Mahama anya Kufuado Mahama anya Kufuado and ye tena wo da amobi fa pepper spray hu yani pepper spray ni dia wo de ba ye be hedo abo pepper spray na to and no dear me tena wa makana me be kame na bada me che na hweksa kana ma na me kame go ukura pepper spray oba be se a wonto aba wo sa area ho wo de pepper spray ni koye den ebesi na kwa mama jawe se ko gina court kra na sa pepper spray no mo charge no kra na mudi ni gina court no hu se bibi o wiase na de National Cathedral na your sister
ne wa
Hopeson
ne wa here
wasi obekọ jail haya na oka no wasi mi si obekọ jail
se emre bia na me ka se me o kam na me yedi a aja se mo plan no me obia ni mi se mano nyamre
odin
ana obia nso ni ho be ka se odo na no ya se me but o kana me yedi pe e se hu se
o fa ho adwe
there is a plan B
ato
se ya baby amiti ya anambwa
wadwire me
baby amiti ya
o kan so ma bia mo
oh
so obekọ jail
niama wo wiemu
ejiwodi
Nyankopon bo asase no odi niama gu wiem
ejiwodi
adinti na lupre na wiem entinto no etito ana ba fo
na what they say
achiavi
thank you
very well so free oviaji
o ma me free oviaji very well yanko ye ni mo hi TV SYZ and power 97.9 FM and that ye hwe ye National Cathedral audit report wa aba ene honsem a edidi akire no ene honsem ene na yesi nkonya na yetumi abobo mu ede ama ye na hwefo ene yen etiefo baabi a matna akonya ho a mote mo hwe TV ni nyina ye ma obi bia akwaba one famisha ase
na ayi speakers no o chena de no me wa momini
obeko
ana wa pam me
me no le be ko as panel members me who
I be ko okay you be run commentaries okay
what is it
because enka me no be nya problem
me do what is that to be me tell us wo ba
say me ko bi Semi code.
Semi the whole. Me say me see a bi no shortcut.
We there eja ye nkasa free a team. Audit report.
Mo fa camera no to so mo bebre.
In fact, 76 page.
76
page. Report.
Pages mako 76.
Eno ne kura mi wo ha sei. Eti men kasa enfrimiti mu.
Ye kan nyina wo.
Me ba be kasa afa sadi we. Na wo hwe sɛdeɛ nneɛma ne se kɔ na menim report kora MPP for kenkan ya na mo se report ne kyerɛ sɛ bibia yɛ clean sikadie bia nkɔ so bibia enti amanfo kora mɛpa kufo ado akyɛw wo mo mɛpa asɔfo na kyɛw ana mebisa sɛ buku fufuro bi wɔ hɔ a na mo kenkan firi mu ana sɛ den a yɛn nim eti bigya report ya mehwɛ mu ya na me se Mugabi report where there you hear 3 continuous days. A teacher koko ye we no ba. The next you know as I said me ba near me digest. Na Ghana 40 ase. Nientia MPP as a party. E was say chese ye yi wo mu free Ghana mamu mu kra.
MPP ni say mo ba bi.
As si ye yi wo mu hwe se wo mu ana NDC efuno Ghana for kra na
movement for change.
The next party na beba no ensi say MPP media eye arehosem wonim me ko page 8 of the ye card say
kusi boate no we cash ba
o wo de nyabotre me se me babubo ni nyina wo de nyabotre wo show page 8 of the report
so for pa na we cash is
payment made before contract was signed.
Payment made
before contract was signed. How can that be? The sitting president Akufo-Addo was a renowned lawyer.
Payment made.
Yes.
Before contract was signed.
Yes.
What?
Share. We share payment for work done at the systemic design stage in the account near 4.1 million. Yes, 4.1 million. In all, total of 15.7 million.
Sir, baby, o modern chance aje.
Yes.
Amenano.
Omutua ye grants ye ba be sign contract. Omu sign yanza. Chese, ye kan say me so omu sign. Omutua say sika we ansa. Ye be sign contract. She Ghana for muntie ni yo. Me say MPP won. Chale. Obi say Your Mahama or ya dabra o pese ofa asumdwe hinu se den yo e de to no ho so e no Ghana for enu benya problem president Ghana for no benya problem
inti de bia 6 months bia no rent
wote nyabotre ye bedru ho
si boate no 6 months bia no rent
be se ye bedru ho de nyabotre be time no ye na wo
problem
asese etimi yes ade no hwe wo mutu asesika we nyina before government of Ghana through the Ministry of Finance made total payment of 15,738,750 Ghana cedis between 26 September 2018 and 7 June 2019 to Sir David Ajayi and Associate Limited before their agreement was officially signed on 20th August 2019. 2018
match na na onam odasonam
not ogroma September 2018 near to Escadama
no so gesu no
one yeah up to yi and so money bomb so 20th August 2019 ansa wa muni ajaye na yeden ekosan no modi can to 50 million
amano the juma be no ye for nowhere done.
Eduni asem no. Hwe supplement we nyina koso
mankofo achi omugumu achi
koso before PPA approval. Wo doje ha ahabechewo.
Ti anko tender enko hwe procurement bibia ni ho.
Dabi
no asi twetwe.
The same page etu onuma. Was say we also noted the Lord for we also noted that some of the above payments were done even before the Public Procurement Authority of Ghana PPA approved the contract amount, and the use of single sourcing to appoint Sir David Ajayi and Associate Limited as lead consultant construction and supervision for construction of the National Cathedral. Say, yedi ade ba be mo Ghana mra kire say enko public procurement. No mun go through yes ade we there. Ya jetum ya ma approval. O man yes ade.
We single way near.
So sourcing. Just say ya broko ya mo bia mebede bi.
Mbede. O tenda kura.
She Ghana ha say wo hu. Say ya kase obi adisika. Won twro say sa sika we media hye bibotom. Sa sika we media akwakoto dan. Sa sika we media akwako ese. No ma say ya. Enko tender ni aye yes oh ade no cost so 5 million me fa 10 ka ho 15 million oji a ye die ye sei eno na ye hunu wa ha sei no Ghana for my ade o man to aba for changer someone to aba for changer kabidim baby a Ghana bedru said you ma wagina akoso
they are thieves mo yakromfo thieves
na recommendation from was say the office of the president should provide reasons why such payments were made and furnish us with any pre-agreement signed between both parties which covered this period and respective payments.
That is Deloitte for no.
Deloitte for now. You mu trouble come office of the president. Say office of the president to provide this adeno. Say eba ni say. And a mutimi aye payment without agreement. So mo agreement be a mo sign here before that time there. And ye ma yehu. Mo fa ma ye de yehu. That side way ya no mo ye. Ye can say or mo statement of account. Cathedral board no. Or mo statement of account. And ye dey ma Deloitte for na or mo go through. Afa and a president a call for forensic audit. Sa forensic audit ni die bibia ye hia bia na sesa odeba so one first add the number then it dim say
so they be compared to bring those
that's right so one man farmer it means say nature say number bi atosini eti ono no yetimi charge you for that eti a good say President Mahama ama sa ayi ni say wo mo hwe na che say ne esese ye bia no ye na bibia etimiko Minya
won krata o
eh ade ne de ya hwemu pa
safa me ko ba bia wa bia ne
wo hwe page 15
what free 8 what do 15
madu 15
fire ko
wo hwe page 15 na Roman number 2 was it furthermore our review of the Public Procurement Authority approval document on appendix 5 on page 67 to 79 shows that on page 1 paragraph 3 the approved contract sum by PPA is 21,375,000 USD. According to our audit work reveals that the actual amount paid to said David Ajayi and Associates Limited exceeded the approved amount. See Appendix 1 on page 60 to 61 and Appendix 4 on page 65 and 69 for the actual amount. Let's say Sasika with 21.3 million PPA no. According to the work of the audit, omu tue sika no e ma no bro Sasika we.
Ena de hunu ye amana ne etu.
Amana ne etu.
Ena ye de chance roofing sheet.
E dia fafa. So office of the president na wo yes ade no under Akufo-Addo no.
Omo ya Akufo-Addo.
Wo ne ekoso. This is where auditors no eka enya ne me free mitibo auditors obi bia wa go to page 15
Deloitte for you
page 15 Roman number 2 make us send it here nachi was it invoice in different currencies page 16 was it we again noted that invoice from Sir David Ajayi and Associates Limited were prepared in Ghana cedis and at other times in United States dollars, as noted below. However, the documents submitted to the Secretariat by Sir David did not include the dispensation letter from the Bank of Ghana to quote payment in United States dollars. So, eti ohwe baby a ebe fitted na go the Ghana cedis ahye ho. wɔhwɛ baabi a ɛyɛ yi no a eti baabi a dollars no emu soso no na wagya hɔ no mu brank wɔmfa ayi bi ama hɔ enti adwama wɔ provide de aba ɛsan sɛ True Bank of Ghana ne yɛtua de kanti no sa letter of dispensation ɛsɛ wɔde ka ho na nka auditors no ho sɛ yes this is the actual ayi no wɔyera no wɔamfa ma
kɔ
wɔamfa ma minia kyɛ sɛ wohwɛ a ɛyɛ ana ehu wohwɛ sika a yɛatwerɛtwerɛ wɔ hanom paa ne ade no a ehu that was Ajayi kusi buachi wo group bi efe no the Nehemiah group
edi ne biem
Nehemiah group so Nehemiah in the Bible me can study Bible introduction of Nehemiah so kaya who said Nehemiah or you be a work kukudro pa or you be a like say ye kase obi wa kukudro a wa kukudro what that for more wo kra no was sorry edo edema de din kunim ebinie the Nehemiah group unia kukudro anti group we vanye ne ekoso no Nehemiah group nko ahwesika yetua momo edo ayakusi boatin group na wote ya wo say wo mo na be kwa brochire akwakoye fundraising wo mo na be yese ni de kakeka ho no wo mo nie Nehemiah group Beka from the book page 17 obibia okita no onhwe page 17 1.7 no was it non-renewal of signed agreement for Nehemiah group no mo contract wo mo for just 1 year eso no wo mo tua wo mo kasa
was 110K spent on failed fundraising trips.
Yes,
that's Houston,
New
York, Nehemiah 110K
enya no pre no 100 I don't know 110K no mo realize here me baba mo sika no a wo mo say ye $523,000 and almost spend ye koko organize fundraising and they realize only 110,000.
Was it accommodation, travel and media expenses unaccounted or poorly documented?
Yes. Was it the contract between the National Cathedral of Ghana and the Nehemiah group was initially for 1 year, starting March 9, 2020, and renewal based on agreement of both parties, as noted on page 8 of the signed contract. This has, however, not been renewed, as was supposed to have been done. No, March 2020, no, March 2021. It is almost person here juma bi mu a this almost renew contract no almost renew na before say baba ho no wo dey tie implication was it all payment made or activities done towards the project by either party after March 9 2021 is invalid and there is no contract in place. The recommendation of the buyer was say management should ensure renew the contract between two parties, or if they can cancel it and have any money pay after that period returned.
Recommendation from Deloitte.
From Deloitte. Till the management of the buyer was it noted. However, the assumption, true not explicitly captured, was that the contract will be renewed automatically unless explicitly cancelled. Look at this nonsense and rubbish. Look at this nonsense and rubbish. What Nasia sign contract? Na ya chiwa jinesi so said no. Why renew? It is a kabia mutua move amrano. What say? What ye automatic say ever renew ni. What? Akwa say Jaro akoto ye ka dey say app bi aba betu no phone so na wa update no ntino e wo mu a automatically no na enu ankasa renew no. Now the Nehemiah group, let us see the monies they gave to them. Breakdown of all payment made to Nehemiah group after March 2021 were as follows. At March 2021 na contract na wu hwesika omutuaye consulting fees $350,000. Sasika me be $. Travel expenses 26,541 and $63. Supply expenses 118,672.11 Legal fees benim so mu kokko today I don't know. Legal fees 28,005.97 $. Omsi legal fee yenim so mu kokko to. Other expenses 301.32 $. What can you know after omu contract na expire no March 2021 sika omu tua edima ne hemia group omu nyinko di free no eye $523,521.03 USD.
Yanhwe ne accommodation.
Me ba ho. Onu dia am say page 40 opa.
You rent apartment man.
Opa dia ma me jump to page 40. Besa back. Page 40 of the report.
Kusi Boadu who boy jail papa. Hey.
Page 40 of the report. Was it the narration indicate that payment was made for 6 months accommodation, but per rental agreement given to us has as the amount payable per month is $4,500. Meaning, in your response above, you indicated that the quotation marks and therefore rented an apartment for $4,500 and agreed to pay for the project to pay a portion of the rent $3,000. Unquote. That is a response no mobile no. Deloitte for no akotu e ho no e de ba be no. Say, 1 year ya was in apartment no cost $4,500 no. Cathedral ni agrees on be $3,000. No supporting document has been presented to us to verify this agreement for the secretariat to only pay $3,000 out of $4,500 monthly rent costs. Below are the details of accommodation submitted by management. Now, 4th January 2021, a cover period of 1st January 2021 to 31st May 2021. Renter of 3B Grover House, so and so Fifth Link Road, Cantonment. Client name Reverend Victor Kusi. Document type rental agreement and payment receipt. 22,500 USD.
And we are between
6 months, January to May. Hey, is it 6 months or 4?
May.
January, February, March, April, May, 5 months. $22,500. Now, 9th July. We no air cover from 1st June to 31st December 2021. The same Reverend Kusi Boadu, and it's also 31,500 USD.
I just say free 22,000.
Free 22,000. Say I increase it to bear 7 months. 31,500. And yet we are at the amount. Now, we call the next one. 5th January 2022. What did you empower? Hey, as soon ya pa near to ya.
Same place.
The same place, the same person, Reverend Victor Kusi Boadu.
31 and back down.
Yes, January 2022 to June 2022. And this is so 27,000 USD.
I just swat it.
The swat it. So we're now back for 6 months. Back on a 7. Into 1 month every so. Now, 11th July, I don't say from 1st July 2022 to 31st December 2022. What is so 27,000. What can say we nabuma? 108,000 plus. For just 2 accommodation. Now, this is the man I watch him preaching. What can say? Oni dine back ewo East Legon. Said no bragio. Said you I didn't know. Was it Oba Accra? Woko East Legon. Oni dine back. What dine ewo honum. The yanda man for fee say what you say ni say. There will be a what dine ewo East Legon. Now the whole nation as a bosaka we say they hang apartment ewo cantonment amount. na wo ye sofo be say wo ya sorry ba na oba be defend side we wajimi onu no sabi nim men to sabi wo ho se wo ya sorry ba na wo be defend this road na wajimi
se bi bia ni akire kra me support
chese wo hwe ne ekoso pa wo se edien asem kura ni ehefa ade yaduri
na me sum mponi
ehefa pa ade yaduru no
o ma nyankopon bere kora dodo
bia ehu
to be one and by gu na sorry na
ehu
baba ne pia o mu gu fom we yes of
hwe me pese me ready ayifo o mo comment bi na wo hwade Deloitte for no o mo comment na yenhwe se ne anuama ese kofa awurade nyankopon hwe aside all this no hwe ma me refer to something when you say na double payment ekokokoko so kusibu atiti mijiska ewo Cathedral no wasako chief of staff wo ewo presidency Fremo pare no wasako akoje the same ayina wo motua ewo ayino no wasako akoje ewo hono mu biemu na wo kaya emrebi wo mukọ US sa ekokoye program na wo mukọ US no wo mu jisika every Cathedral honum edikokoye and the same amount was also paid from the office of the chief of staff to them emo mu dikoye wo mu an return anka say oh Cathedral atuanti no ebia ye disasika no eyeden baba
na sanja ka ho
ajaga ho tu be bisa hu say sasika no ekonyiva
du kwesi ada no ahye suit
sasika no konyiva
kwatena asore dem so oye nyame adwuma
look hwe say mo anhwe ya ho won say in the Bible no ya say atemu be start every nyankopon fie
mo manya mebre
na won say there was a time when eye Yesu Kristo eduru asore dem na enkrofo no ya nuama emfata yese omo etu chacha omo tonton nuama eni ade no eni nuama ekoso difference bi anim bi ade na Yesu ye otweaba ehwe omo wasore dem say Yesu Kristo si fomu ena some of these pastors nkobi gwa omo papa
go kan ese yakopon nipa de en fa ensan kan
one de yensemhunu no yensemhunu no mo
na we okojela bone e wo ho ne de
yensemhunu no mo ka hwe wo hwe nyama na mpese me hwe yina I think say yinenti abo afam kakra e ho ma ke honum enti meto me bo ase say once aye ba behwe mu akwa for this period ne de ye ehihye mu bia no ye be yi e dia
majama honko
ye be yi e dia ba 11
assignment say wo
on de cha unim say ano de meye
na ma America kraka ho nti wo le na ko
hwe wo hwe page 27 Deloitte or more observation as was a outstanding supporting document hey aso for pani when the two you nyame so mpa nesu when the two za nyum no say aso for yeseya Mugabi na yena nanu mo ebu omu so omu de omu nkwa sore no omu nyeden. That's my beautiful lady.
High Commissioner today.
Oh, High Commissioner. The whole February.
Onyene paketwa.
So mnyeteno. Ntisa asofo betima decide we ya. Me asofo no mo resign from the Cathedral board. I said Ghana fo nyina ba mo abaso. Duncan Williams, Dagwood Mills, Menso Taber, ana ho biom. 3 na America Institute Anaba.
And Pastor Mensa Otabel.
Yeah, my bon leading. Safowi. Otabel is to Anaba, Dagwood Mills, and Duncan Williams. 5. This omu 4.
Okay.
Safo ya mabubo mudi. Binim sebi ka ho na memo ya monfantemi. Wa obeka obetima ye ne abo onu susudi. Esese ye bo mo abaso. Do you know why? Wouldn't you say omu call New York ekoko ye fundraising ne afternoon ana Duncan Williams organize a lunch at the mass of ne koye ni nyina ne omo invite omo odo omo kofi omo ko didi kama
no if you America.
Yes o hwe womo obia ni je kama I don't move by. Omo betrans no mo go through a year. Oh, New York lunch for can say pastors in ade.
So go lunch.
Ana danga say na ahane de o say na ni wura fi. The wura fi say papa no bisa question no. Ono ne host to mu lunch from the pocket.
C'est serious.
Yeah, this can tudo ashe ho or yonko obeji di ashe du bottom. Papa ne say what?
Hopeson.
Me na na den nkofa mi bo mu di na so mo ti ase. Meeting na se na bi ni ho.
Da kan wo lam se o
Crudging. And based on that, and the show more before me say no. They will not stay on the can say board ni biom. Because obuno omu ye nyankopon asofo no. Wo mu ntimi e ma mewie o ma ni sika. Na still Mogabi, so unim Archbishop Desmond Tutu of South Africa.
Yeah. Desmond Tutu.
Chese opposition who say okasa na president hope. Won kasa basa. Na onya bie na no no okaba ko a na eja to kro no mu. Who bonds will be a steady. Nyanko no more to tunie. So name Archbishop of Canterbury in the United Kingdom. Wakasa the whole UK the what I did because what to two or muye did no cre di or nim and my mom for Yaji Mumu say this is a bishop or Kasa who say a film in Kekaedim more integrity. Et you what Kasa until say will be a credibility. Et credibility no the integrity. I mean untouched. Et them grudging. Na wakasa obia eyeyi na ukoko fasofo na watititi group JNS bi nsusu wo hono mu so tititi groups any ade chese wo Kumasi board business egodu muntinu ani asori kra na jamesom kra na ye de ba beje business e dia pesika e dia guye bottom uka ubenyo obi omeka se menta chi sofo wa Jimmy menta chi sofo me wa sofo awie osikadi ye kasi wa wie dia enche se sikadi da wa yo wodi nyansa kwanya ji sikadadi sofo wodan wa kra wasibini dan wa kra mo han dan mame no wa ji sikana gudu bottom sa sikana o ji gudu bottom ni bebi okoko dan no mo gogo hwe mu hwe odo kan ba be fan assignment address no ha ye kwa hwe se when the old that apartment Adeng. Share the Lord for a observation. Was it during our review of the financials of the entity? The team was tasked to test the entity's operating expenses for the year 2021 by agreeing the details per supporting document to the details and amount per the general ledger. Management was unable to provide the appropriate supporting document for the below transactions. Chese, omo fani so omo dia. Sika no ordinisa bomu a no dia koye ni ope. Say oh, ye kwa koto nsuo. Okay, yen fele voucher anase bibisa. Yen gye hu receipt, ni ema me fale no. Ebi ni ho sa. Omo de omo sa bomu a no omo de ko. Binia, omo question management. Wamunsa mom de baba de esre time unti yentie the Lord for response was say supporting document not sufficient asema making our page 27 ya ye table 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 columns until the seventh one ehonum na ye the Lord for response was it supporting document not sufficient and appropriate management share 2 document with us title 2021 60,000 Ghana cedis and then 103,136 both payment vouchers with the same details. Still 2 different figures. I don't almost of this status here, you know. The same thing of the 103,000. Yeah. Well, say, after our review, we noted the following discrepancies. The description per the payment voucher are being payment of expenses for board member secretary for the month of July to December 2021. Theo, this contradicts the earlier claim that management made to us that this withdrawal was for office expenses, Theo, which has been wrongly tagged as board expenses by ADB.
Agricultural Development Bank.
Says Sikano, Mose Sikamu year from January to July to December 2021. Mose Muye say a board expenses. You can say office expenses. And so per a year ADB the buy no. Then year office expenses a board expenses. Additionally, in the first cash payment voucher, it shows that the money 60,000 USD. No, 60,000 Ghana cedis and then 18,000 USD was received by Mr. Nyantechi Raymond Osei and paid by Reverend Victor Kusibuating. Mutiayu Nyantechi and the receivers paid by Reverend Victor Kusibuating. But in the second payment voucher, Mutiayu, the same amount in the second payment voucher, it shows that the money was received by Victor Kusibuating.
Suffer.
Ghana for.
Suffer.
What your first voucher diaba? What same amount no? Was say Nyantechi ana yetua mano. But second voucher ba e show say nipa no si wo tua sika do ma Nyantechi no. Wo noa and the receive sika no.
We no so ye ba wo me asofo no.
Wo no.
Kopon de.
Sanka. Enu
ka we ba wo me aba de anka ewu.
Enu de
Ghana fo nya mishram.
Hwe. Wo de ambassador bay. Me mano entrance in check. Eti ye bera ne apo ha sei. Na nyankopɔ ya adom a ye beto aso. Etina UPS no tamben.
2 p.m. to so.
Eti ye betransit tamben.
Oh, me dey say me no me ansana na me sim.
3 o'clock. Enti ye betransit.
Me do want.
Yeah comment on ye babo we no so kakra e wo honom. Eni se ne e be say
exactly 2 p.m.
Yes. Na nyama etima kokoye but ne me pese Ghana fo nyina tia ase say sa auditing we anisu ni. Omuye forensic audit na mubehu niete yemfa ne se yesi obia niska wo de yemfa ne sa se ne MPP for ka no oh yesi obia niska eso se sika ya yabubo su nyina no eko now yemfa ye ni nkonkohwe sa amna na yetu ato ho no se sa 97 million US dollars eno eho adwuma ene da ho nana dia and the betima yamaye sa 97 million dollars wonim the number of sales classroom boxer e betima si e wo kromati awu kongrasi a nkwala titi nwiase na nipa kwako sesika we na wuti wase oyesofo ntino touch not me ya anointed man more than Mukusi Boateng. I'm telling you point blank. Me anointed o. Anything I do saka me engano. Me highly anointed. Essence up because me sesika we me gongo wiani.
And you know a diplomatic passport with different.
That's right.
Or two passport with different.
Diplomatic passport nkwa as say you can say okuja to kokwache no no.
They say no di omaje dada.
Omoka that be and service passport no dey buy. That would oye cream angasa. What it a service passport and diplomatic passport. What the service passport na buy? Diplomatic no mfa my. Hey, you can't want me fan to kwandie. But I want honum.
Omonye.
I want ho.
But this is serious.
Me say what the diplomatic and service. One family no ado the service no here dey. Ekoye. Na do visa ni mana.
Diplo no one.
I want ho. But want me fan to kwan because we mo twa ni nyina mu. Foreign minister twa ni nyina mu. Et new ones na o mo ye no. Odo na say onya bi obetimi dey to kwan.
I serious.
Na mo ti honum na mo so sa no ma we so.
Two identity.
Mo so sa no ma we so.
Ube who answer so fufu ni be besen lady. Ye ko your mama ni empa ni che.
Sasofo ni na Nyankopon be tuo mu nyina aka.
Ayeka.
Sasofo no mbeka se kwakopa president achew yenye nyina Nyankopon be tuo mu nyina aka. You don't think about the people. Nkofo mutimu asori dem. Mu hwe hawa mu kom.
Sa asori ba ni yare a ana wonya problem o se ye mom pa e man. So fu nya dia ye se enyeje collection na famu asofo.
Christopher a wo Ghana. A bibia fa manyame no muntie sa asemu yi. Ghana ni mo ka bi wo ka me pese. Na ni amanfo frefre mi. Hope say yesra wo no yire mo fa nche ma me ni ade.
Na sa wo de masem ko amunya ni.
Me fa ho ben. Me sa se me fa ho ben.
So wo de nya wo de.
Yeah, withdraw. Me judgment ni hia me sem bibia. Wonti ase.
O akola ketu akola ni su.
Omo a wa mo abobodam. Omo wuwu. Wa hu omo ngola. Ha? Wa make you omo useless forever and ever. What I mean pesa be ko ogra. But nyamika nyina ni say uti honum no bia fa manyame.
Na say kosi.
Nyankopon
kosi bo atemu de na agrada de say.
In the Bible muno. Krobe na Nyankopon bodin said me mine
Israel.
Israel me boa. O kan Israel obetwen bomb. Israel na Nyankopon bond din say me my kronkron Israel no. O kan na obetwen bomb. Fama nyame ni ho. Fama nyame ni Israel. Israel. What do we can you obi obegira obeye sesesa woto a obeto. Fama nyame ni ho.
Ozu ni nyame asase.
Honde ye Nyankopon kronkron no.
With Jesus Christ.
Last time me catch my wife me call yi na anwumra bi me say amomye nkoche ya mpa ba bi. Adom so one ye nko club. Ye kokro bi a ye friend Haifa.
Haifa.
Na ba Haifa no. Ewo udru hod mo mu kopupo no so sa efe ba yes. Na ye underground.
Club no underground.
Ukudiasa. The hodum na ukokoje club beer na. Jag no. Omo hye no ma 5 bottles na gumu no.
Yes,
jag no ma e de mawa e 5 bottles. Awo nyame kromu. Ye ko bibi na ko bia kwa ji second one.
10 bottles.
Me gajo ana me call them bisan say jag no how many bottles? Was say 5. Me say urade bawu.
Why XCD?
Hey! E ka manu ma ye 3. Na 5 pa ye de simanim. Obi anu mo wi akwa je anoda bi ayi.
Ewo nyame krom.
What you say? O kana what look. Chenanu ya yesi obi aba be ye. Nko me ka se o ye de Nyankopon ma. Ye bom pa ye de achew. Wo hu bom so muto ye. Wo hu ni padudu omukum ye. Ni ye ti krom ha sei. Obi adi oman na bro sei. Yes, a family nyame. Yes, a touch not my anointed. Hey, what be kasa se we bo ma chem no. Wo kasa se ni bi kire me. Ati am de be yo no wan kasa obehu.
Be kwa chia.
Wan kasa obehu. Na look, go to my hometown. Wo ko baby a yes o aha ye busumfie. Ma wo sika mfiri to ho. Ne ko 1 man time bra. Ne kasa mi ba ha mi sika to. Ye do ade be hye wonsam. So obi hu sika na odi be company for no say ma hu sika we wa ha wo fon ato ho ne ehu a odi be kwese ma hu fon wa wo ba kwa na so be bisa mi sika sei eto ha yeti wade be maw this is nkofo ya describe wo say wo mu ya bosonfo go to asori dem ne mu kwa kotu correction so obi anfa ne bag nkita amanfo phone so yira wa asori dem de bia what you want to say then touch there ben.
Because the goodwill is very important. Observing the last time we are going to have a new candidate. We are going to campaign on the goodwill of His Excellency John Mahama and the NDC party. And as appointees, that is why we are here to ensure we don't do things that don't augur well for the party. Yeah. We have to make sure that we leave a legacy. A legacy in the name of His Excellency John Mahama. Nti ye kojina me say me pe campaign pa. It my adrenaline. I love it when I'm on campaign platform. Nti be me nu say me kwa kojina campaign platforms wa me ni she in the name of NDC. Nti we are all going to make sure say His Excellency John Mahama succeeds, so that whoever becomes our flag bearer and runs on the ticket of the NDC, will have something to campaign on that person's behalf for us to come back in 2028. Now Mugabe, me now 2028 ni de, and the yefanko ana minjana yendru.
Oh, you can go straight.
Would China
Said the ball already.
I should say that, okay.
And I see me now because
You found quite a concert now, MPP4 concert now, MPP4 koyi will gone Saturday no. Now we say MPP4 home. Omo tagi NDC4 CA violent. Now sometimes you say vindication is in the womb of time. Omo tagi as violent, we didn't say anything, and a man is taking. And see, I have learned a lesson for someone who has been with the NDC for that long. Every time I see the NPP trying to tag us, I tell my people that don't let this thing stay. Because NDC for them how to read, but in the end, look at how they disgrace themselves. We know the economy, we know we are learned, but look at how they have disgraced themselves as people who don't know anything. What did they make an say? And see, Omo call Congress the delegate conference Saturday we will gone. Look at the violence that took place. I don't know, Alistair, if you saw it, but we had bunches of violence all over the place at Legon, and it was such a shame for people who are always saying that and I say na NDC phone you Saturday na NDC phone you. It was MPP on MPP beating each other to pop. But boys be a from twins don't beg. Yes, Baomia photographers. They say ato throw be pie ya de war boy name ho na they say na me bomb pie say enko can brain because ato throw no brain no one say ya na dwen ye bio. By now shaking the brain. One say na to me nye papa bio. And this wasn't there. But these people always want to say that omwa because trouble ni wia. No more because so NDC for na violent, NDC for na buye, NDC for na. But we saw on Saturday that this was MPP on MPP. NDC wasn't there, and they were beating each other. But why the rush, Mugabe? Why the rush? The leaders of MPP, they have not allowed the members of MPP to recover. When you go through trauma, when you go through trauma, or you go through a defeat, or you go through any life-changing incident or something, you need time to recover. You need time to sit down and analyze yourself and say that this is where I went wrong, this is what happened. But in this case, it's been 7 months since MPP lost the election. They haven't sat down to do an analysis of why and how they lost. They haven't allowed their supporters to recover from the defeat. But they are on social media, they are on air, they are everywhere trying to create the impression that 2028 is tomorrow and they are coming back in 2028, trying to fool their supporters that actually 2028 in Timo Musro they are coming back. My dear, we MPP near 2028 is very far away. It's not tomorrow. It's 3.5 years away from now. They are not. Thank you, Mugabe. And see, what the MPP members need right now is to recover from the loss. 38% against 56.7%. Mugabe, a big blow. A big blow, huge blow, huge loss, landslide. Now, wako reporter F in chains, 38%. Now Mwaba, now 7 months later, you are attending a delegates conference because you want to elect an opposition leader by January. You allow your people to heal. It's the violence we saw on Saturday at Legon was a result of the fact that people have not recovered from the defeat. People have not reconciled the mentality of the defeat to their current state. They can't reconcile the two. Say, hey, MPP and party opposition and what did they make and say? And there's still anger in the system. People are blaming Baumia because almost you Baumia ne ma dollar no could do baby a and because Wabon he didn't do anything. And Wabon yet to me who say Wabon ampa because Atu forcing who is forcing has shown say within 7 months measures Atu forcing has put in place to stabilize and even bring the dollar the exchange rate down. They could have done it, but they refused to do it because Omabo, they said they refused to do it. They did not know how to do it, and Atu forcing has shown them that it was possible to do it. And now possible now, almost it is possible to bring the exchange rate down. And Atu forcing has proven that, NDC has proven that, His Excellency John Mahama has proven that fact. And so their party members are angry with them. And it was also possible to reduce petrol prices from 17 cedis per liter to 10 cedis, which we have done within less than 4 months of being in power. So there are people who have seen say na omu Jimmy gang na phone so there's nothing we can do about it because Ukraine and Russia are fighting. Because we had COVID and the exchange rate is going up, is escalating, and we can't hold it, we can't grab it back. Because Baumia said he had given the dollar key to the IGP who has thrown it in the sea. And they can't find the key. It's dollar no checkman. Dollar checkman. We have what blood dollar kept back. What blood dollar kept back. And we have proven that Adiabawomian to me ye JM by our beye.
Super.
And see, the people are angry with Bahomia. They are angry with Nanado for building the National Cathedral, which we told them that it was a waste of taxpayers' money. But when they came with the National Cathedral, they told us that a promise of Nanado to God until he was going to use his own resources, only for us to find out that they were using taxpayers' money. People spoke again, they didn't listen. And that is why some people have made it their duty to insult my father, the Archbishop, because they feel that he gave that advice. So they are angry. Then you have the camp of Kennedy, who are also, there waiting to come into power as a president. And the MPP, some of them are blaming Kennedy because they feel that because he ran against Baumia and during the primaries, he said certain things, it cost them the election. So all is not well in the MPP. Even their own general secretary, he is confused. He doesn't know what he is about. Then you have Afenyo Markins, who keeps lying to the people and telling the people that 2028 is just around the corner. But Afenyo Markins is only marketing himself, like I've always said on this platform. And don't worry, we are coming back. NDC is failing. Hey, who told you NDC is failing? We are succeeding and we are moving forward, and we are going to make sure that we will reset this country from the mess that you MPP and your bunch of hooligans created. We are going, the thieves, bunch of thieves that you are, we are resetting and correcting your mess. And you let your people continue lying to you that NDC and Abakono sticker, the NDC Bakono Stephen Amwa.
The Nitikunto.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I like the way he dances. He's my friend. And when he cries, I love it when he cries.
The pretenses. All the dances. Look at the way he dances. Such a guy.
I love the way he cries.
Such a. This was it. What? Charlie was so small. Kakrani Babedi.
I love the way he cries.
Charlie Kakrani Babedi. Sabani Kumasa Zampa. Sticker. Go on, madam.
So you see, Sticker is telling people that people have telling Ghanaians that telling their supporters that Ghanaians have regretted voting NDC. Jimmy Sam, excuse me to say, because
fifth floor.
I have to get.
It doesn't make
sense. I have to get filters. So you see, Sticker was on platform telling MPP for said some of the leaders of the MPP they almost some grassroots, said I don't know, but you cannot look at your followers and tell them say Ghanaians have 58%, almost 58% of Ghanaians voted for John Mahama, and you are telling me the 58% who are now buying petrol at 10 cedis have regretted. Who told you that?
No way.
Who told you that? So maybe your supporters would believe that Ghanaians have regretted. But the people who gave us the 58% and the people who gave you the 38.2%, they know they have not regretted. And given the chance, according to statistics that Musa Dankwa have done, you people, if we have elections right now, MPP will get in 33%, because there are still some MPP people who voted for NDC. MPP people who voted for MPP who have seen the good work of John Mahama and wish that they could change their vote. It's about the Mudi ago na mumeye elections this year na mushe. But Mugabe, the violence that occurred at their delegates conference. Na wo do mudi na nabino. Omuka wo say tefia tell you I was actually Tahiri. O say Memfi we can watch I was say Memfi we. Mantichi. Oh, Debbie, many careful now. Careful now. Tell you I was
Mugabe kache.
Oh, let me ask him Muntia.
Omuka no. Look at the way he's talking to me. There's a macho man brought national organizer to nothing. Oh yes.
To nothing. And even Kennedy Japan. They did not allow him. I mean, the violence that he had to go through before even going through. And Kennedy Japan is complaining, say, it was only Baumia that was allowed to go into the perimeters and he was allowed to speak. If you have like 4 presidential aspirants right now, you don't have you allow all of them, give them that respect. MPP, give them that respect. Kennedy Japan has run as presidential parliament, parliamentary aspirants before, presidential aspirant before. And if he's there, give him that respect. But you are continuing disrespecting this man. Brian Champo was also there. Oh, you see, so the system is skewed only for Baumia. And I mean the person with the Baumia, but now it's should be only 33%.
Very well. The person was touching on this. Omunya platform bia and your Electoral Commission, the suspended Chief Justice. Any platform bia Baumia, any affair markings being bia no. Always more person will blame NDC. Say the judiciary near the no person.
Well, say it didn't start from today. The MPP, when they were in government, they were the spokespersons of the Electoral Commission. And see, when we were complaining, say Electoral Commissioner, they would always be the ones to come and defend them until the Electoral Commissioner said that we are going to have a by-election at Ablekuma. That is when they realized, say, they don't have control over the Electoral Commission anymore, and then they started calling for a head. And so they've always been the spokesperson for Jean Mensah and her team, because when Jean Mensah was in power, they were controlling her. So whatever they wanted to do, I didn't think they call demonstration against the Electoral Commission, because we told Electoral Commission, say Jean Mensah, say there are discrepancies in the register. People who have registered probably in TVXYZ, when they get there, their names were not in the register during the Tamana Eko shedding. Their names were not there. They did not even know where their names had been moved to. The people who were defending Jean Mensah from doing that, making sure that the register was ready for the election, were the MPP. They defended her. They would not even allow the PR person of the Electoral Commission to come and defend. They would be the loudest of all to go out there. And so they wanted Jimensa to declare Ablekuma not for them. And Jimensa said no. They went to court. Jimensa said she was going to have a by-election. They went to court and the court threw them out and said, go and have that by-election. That is when the General Secretary, Justin Kodia and Co. came and said that we want Jimensa out. We want Jimensa. So if they hadn't felt Jimensa's evil reign tenor as Electoral Commissioner joined Ablekuma North, they would not have called for a head because they thought that Jimensa being there or Jimensa will continue doing their bidding. But Jimensa and her 6 directors, they are all protecting their jobs. They know that a new sheriff is in town, so they are protecting their job. And so it is.
Sheriff is in town. Yeah, my boy.
and so it is with the Chief Justice, because if you recall, during the period when MPP was in government, most judgments and rulings went in their favor. So they owe it a duty to her because she's in that situation because of what she did for them. So she owes it to them. They owe it to her to make sure that they defend her. So I don't blame them. But now they are calling for the head of Jimensa. And at least for once in our lives as NDC and MPP, we all want. I want Jimensa out.
They do want her out.
Very well. Better Excellency, live on TV SYZ and also on Power 97.9 FM. Alisa.
Ya Mugabe. Media Edincha kese magana for ne wonso ne honorable ambassador. Every time you continue to give me the opportunity, do Monday pena me yemshishimi Mugabe. Na me babeka na asem wayi assembly woman no. And then me share no presidential series, the presidential accountability series, and his opening comments to describe the Ghana Armed Forces. And then I salute you, Dr. Kofi Omane Boama, wherever you are. And I'm impressed at the way you have started, even your rollout. In somehow kafa ami no soja ni nyina hu fapem no answers our journalists no. Me, I was highly impressed because it's he has brought discipline and respect. Yes, and so yes, soja ni now ye be kakra na ba national mentioner. He mentioned people who in recent times so be 1 gigalam say bribe. Staff sergeant be the neighbor ho be chia and pilot bin so ono so ya bona baso our baby squadron leader. Today I was highly impressed. And I've told you the presidential accountability series is a good thing. Last time it was Akando, then it was John Jinapo, then it was your man Muntaka, and they are all doing well. And I pray so that it follows this line till the end. Mumwa JM continue. Oh yes. And you see, in America, the ministry looks new to Omane Boama. Is that not it? It looks new to him, but he's in control. The way you're talking, Doc, he never ceases to amaze me. Bogabi, nipa wakwa yebu no si oye party a o shata de alcohol osuru no wajare wakwa yemu ya bono wakwa yemu na so bi akam intati e ko na suru nya wanti wakwa yenu mu o si oye party na udi nachi o Mugabe na mi wonwa o si usho mu etimi ahwe be da ahwe apuwe ba omia congress apu de kene ba omia congress we ba omia congress. A congress that didn't allow other people who have aspirations to come and speak. Is that a congress? Why? Brian Champion. Why? Is it not a young man who has made it in business? Is it not also possible for him to lead the party? Wako soldier numpo de or a soldier ni okita discipline. Uti de make an say. Yes.
Bagana form pen.
Unti ma say. Onu so pe so lead the MPP. Also so lead the MPP assembly can you Ghana. It's not about Ghana lead MPP. He's there. He's in the party. They need discipline now. They need unity. I'm saying somebody like him who has been in the army somewhere before cannot bring unity. Canada, Japan. Unity mo bia. Unity mo bia or party. Yako Congress one kasebi. And then Aba. So it was Baumia's Congress. Because this one clear case. Now for your marking the when I saw him, I said, "Yeah, Peter Mugabe, yeah, then grabbing check. It will not be a friend. Come and see your friend. I'm saying, please, that's Mugabe's friend. Hey, it's a Ben Obeka. Mugabe, who are that for no for your marking Ben Obeka? Look at him. He is trying to. You see, that's what is paining me that the NDC has left the job of propaganding for the MPP to pick it up. In fact, they were doing it already. They rather, omu ye ni to say omu de no advocacy, but it's propaganda. Look at him. talking about the successes of this government, that we have stolen their policies. Can you imagine?
8 years no.
What? Bola mu 8 years. Bola mu ne dano. Bola bibi amu ye. Look, the intention behind your gold for oil project, it was criminal. If let's go there and go and find out. I'm telling you, it was criminal. The intention, clear case of a criminal be a person who will be not their coffee be so
corrupt.
Yes, today is it not clear? Is it the way not clear? A gold board has been formed to rationalize the gold sector. Are you not seeing the results, Mugabe? Are you not seeing, Mugabe? I will pray, Mimaka, other boards must come up. We have problems with our oil. We can set up an oil board and rationalize the oil sector so that the oil marketing companies, these price fluctuations in our pump prices and other things, when we have an oil board like the gold board, that one too will come to rationalize it. Then look at oil palm, Mugabe. You look at oil palm too, the same thing. Utia say yes, the oil palm market, palm kernel oil, UK. Look at the exports to UK. So if you have a palm oil development board, there's a Ghana Oil Palm Development Corporation, but I'm talking about a board that to rationalize that sector too. It's also a commodity. You understand? We are going to make millions of money from it. Cashew.
Share butter.
Yes, share butter. Cashew. The Indians bring in rice, sell it. They don't look for foreign exchange. Use the cities to go and buy the cashew, and then go and sell the cashew on the international market and bring in and take in the dollars to India. That's what they do. We must collapse all those ones. And then it's pirating on our economy. The good things that John Mahama has brought on board, me party be you're from MPP. And why are you in a rush? You must allow time to heal your wounds. You just left power. What I say, look at spots of where you see where there, where bow we assume. Now you're lucky. Now come on, sister, bunu. Me catch the one, bunu. Only minino. Me catch the and kabomba bunu na. Me Mugabe there. Me there say obiemu omusubai. Yabamu 8 years, and you boasted that you had the men. You will have a vice president instead of sitting there and doing the work. Will close at 2 o'clock and be shaking his head around town until 5 o'clock before he will go home. And like a gamma lizard. And all he will do is that, there's an effective, solid economic management team. In the end, much ado about nothing. We found out that the economic management team was solid waste. Solid waste that we have to dispose of. What did they do? Useless bunch of people who say they are economists. They wasted everybody's time, destroyed our economy, they destroyed our currency. Look at what they have done to the cocoa board. We owe about 33 billion Ghana cedis. Why? What is it? What did they do with the cocoa? Mugabe, so painful. They hate Ghana so much. You have a president, a fisheries minister who says, I've locked the sea. Don't know shit. Boy, I'm not sure. How would the fishermen, how do you understand what you did? They came to destroy the system. They created a crime scene, pretended that nobody could solve the problems, and they had the solutions, and that they would do it. And in so doing, they managed to steal the bits and pieces. Mugabe, I'm telling you, every place they went to steal. And Kenufurata strategically put his people there. I've told you this thing. Reverend Obami Tete, where did he put him? Securities and Exchange. Where did he put Yofi Grant? He put him at the Ghana Investment Promotion Council. You understand? Then you have the others who followed. Comfort and Alberto Kran. Every time they are running roadshow to where? Roadshow to where? Abayajuma put you on boards. Look at how you have hurt Ghana's economy. You have to meet the car, Bank of Ghana, Central Bank, the car. Who do this? How? Look, in Achampon's time during the 70s, when we had difficulty in selling our cocoa and other things, when Achampon nationalized the mines, it was a central bank that financed the cocoa purchases and later brought the receipts to recover. What has happened? That a central bank will run at a loss the way it did under Nanado for 8 years. You won't be talking about these things. The corruption that went on. Even people who lost their lives under your regime. You think John Kuma's death is something that anybody will forgive? If the family has forgiven you people, fine. But some of us, we are inquisitive. Because I knew John Kuma. I knew John Kuma when he came to University of Cape Coast at the time from Legon, trying to be Nook's president. That's why I came into contact with him. Such a fine, intelligent young man. And look at why he found himself in the first term, and the second term, he became deputy minister. And look at what happened to him. So some of us, your party, your tradition, who, like I said, a sleeping elephant in the forest cannot invite you to a party. No. How do you go to the forest to go and dance with them? Those send snakes on you. They're a bunch of disappointed political lots who want to find a way, a caricature way. They want to find, a trickster's forum find a way to rush back to power because they didn't finish their agenda. Look at some of the things they did. Look at somebody they have put at the National Signals Bureau, linking up with the Ghana Water Company Limited to still yield sums of money on every bi-weekly basis. We're taking 650,000 every 2 weeks. That guy, that gentleman is still at post. Oh, the one who was paying the money, the TNI manager, the innovation TNI, I've told you, he's head of Accra East. He's still at post. Richard appealed to engineer, the one who was paying the money and he knew he was paying the money into the guy's pocket. He's still there at Ghana Water. Look at the chrono boy here every 2 weeks. We are 650 to provide what internet services for Ghana Water service. Ghana Water, can you imagine? To meet to electric pole, 50 million.
The electric poles.
If you need electricity, go and tell ECG. They'll provide it to your pumping station. Mr. Omar Bomani from Nipa Baku Afenyo Marking, Ghana Water, Mr. No, a board chairman. Yes, you think every time I talk about it out of hate. Go and check. Mr. That checkbook, no, it's or no haulage contracts in the company now. Excel, Omufa chemicals no, to all the 90 water stations across the Ghana Water Limited. He supplies the chemicals.
Conflict of interest.
Conflict of interest. Checkbook no Shenimotuum, carry to pay, no assign, no ati. I'm telling you, they took him to road front. Go and find out. Ghana Water when the people at the head office right now, most of them are from Winneba. I'm telling you, you go there and go and check. Most of them are from Winneba. Anywhere he goes, he went to the road front. Oh, road contracts for the man who won. Go and check Excel Ghana Limited. You will see in their subsidiaries the road contracts he took. Some of them allegedly he didn't execute, but he has the money in his pocket because he was board chairman. The checkbooks were in his armpits. Why? What is it? You don't come and talk about those ones. They put you small boy, just barely, you're barely 50 years, you're 47. They put you at ECG just in 3 months. 490 million. Unaccounted for. Anna. Okay, time with about Belfu, go back over the TV. No, me no you. But me no go. What are you telling us? What are you telling us? I've said this thing. I continuously say this thing that we must not allow a group of young, criminally minded people to enter national politics. We must not give them space. When we see them, we must raise the red flags and tell people how dangerous they can be to this country. If you allow what they will do to this country, I'm telling you, Mugabe, you'll be surprised. We must be cautious. You don't know where they get their greed from and where they want to take it to. And I've always re-echoed this thing. There's a course at the University of Cape Coast, Intellectuals and National Development. They must make it by force. Those ones that they make it liberal, it's me by force. So be anyebi. And to me, by sending public school, a Bible show free. Now, be so bought or mine from. Now, be over chinu or no nyebi. No, nusu mbeboni bra. It's where they Mugabe.
Was it 60 private SHS have been added? Private SHS have been added to the free SHS program. Fantastic news. There has not been hype. President Mahama is making the money. Follow our children everywhere to support their education. Afenyo Marking should be reminded that last year the NIB Bank made a loss of over 24 million. For the first half of this year, it has made a profit of 74 million Ghana cedis under Dr. Ato Sapon.
Look at the turnaround. Mugabe, look at the losses we're making. What were they using the money for? Buying cars and doing. Go and check. Giving loans to themselves. Loans. You go and find out conflict of interest. Loans, third party loans. 24
million Ghana.
Yes.
Ato Sapon be fire and say and make a profit 74 million.
Charlie.
It's all over. Yeah, when we took over places like GIPC and they were owing more than 60 million Ghana cedis.
Yes.
They were owing so much. Most of the even scholarship secretariats, their office in the UK alone, they owe, the scholarship secretariat owes UK universities about 32 million pounds. 32 million pounds.
39 now.
Yes. So but now they are so as it is now, even this year the scholarship secretariat is not able to take new students into to the UK. They are now negotiating with them. And meanwhile, the person who was there, and Alex Asafoje, my brother, is doing a great job. I'm so proud of him. He's doing a great job.
Sure.
And as we speak, the previous director who was there, he was selling the scholarship.
Scholarships.
So Asafoje is putting in measures, to ensure that needy students and people who qualify are the ones they are not going to sell it. And then the NDC, we don't do that. It will go to the people who need it. And the debts are a lot. GIPC, I'm aware they had about 60 million debts there. And it ran across most of the institutions. Yeah. But now that we have taken over, some of these debts are being paid and we are accruing.
So to land on my issue, what they went to do was a Baumia conference. They still want to build from the top. Without listening. No, it was not. Who spoke again? Apart from look at what he came to say. He himself, he was so illogic. Talking about Madam Chief Justice Tokonu, who has been suspended per Article 146. You Baumia, do you read the Constitution? Do you understand the Constitution? When constitutional provision is working, look at you are talking about it. All of them, they are contempt of Article 146. Sometimes when I see that, yes, you give some people opportunity to come and manage or get to. How did he even become vice president? He deceived the MPP people. If you don't know, he didn't have a party card. He was not an MPP card bearing member. He deceived them. He pretended as if he knew all the economics in the world. Look, currencies. Empty-headed. Look, currencies all over the world are backed by distribution and production. Economics. Then when you come and cancel 4 zeros. And then you tell me that the new CD you are creating is equal to the dollar. How possible is that? The dollar has been working since. And there's industrialization, there's distribution solidly backing the dollar. Same as the pound. You sit here, even agriculture support for the pound, if you go to Britain, you'll be surprised. Yes, they deliberately use their currency to go into agriculture. And then they use their currency as a market. Yes, for agricultural products. And then they make their nationals spend their money in eating what they have grown in their country. So that cycle, even in agriculture, you can see the amounts of money that are loaded there. You sit here, you cancel 4 zeros, and then you shake your head and you go and deceive Osafu Mafu. He also comes to deceive Nanado. Obi Awako invest in Nanado. See where your economics. You don't even understand economics that you have to bring this boy. This boy who somebody will say, because of his father. Yes, because of his father, he got the opportunity to go to university under NDC. His father was the Council of State chairman for Chairman Rawlings. So it was because of that, the benevolence of that, he got scholarship to go outside to go and study. Miss Papa, Council of State chairman, Kamisu Alista, and Kamisu Mekobi, and he cannot challenge me. It's because of the opportunity he got. Then when he came in, and also yesterday, before, said, "Me Papa, into Ombaye Juma as manager monetary policy, BBB." So when J. Kufuor came to power, yes, we pushed him. His senior brothers and his mother, who even committed all their time to us, we didn't help them to this extent. Then he metamorphosed. Wow, the snake under grass. He just metamorphosed and ran to J. Kufuor. They made him deputy governor. Then he said he has cancelled 4 zeros. Lazy approach to economic resolution. Aren't you seeing what Atufosin is doing? Then Boadu, then why the Atufosin too should be president too? I'm telling you, if Baumia claims that he has to be president, then one day we have to go and bring Atufosin. Simple. Because he's fixing the problems of the economy and we are feeling it in our pockets. It's not about removing zeros. It's about the city that we have competing out there with the dollar and fighting the dollar and putting it in this position. That's what we are talking about. Basic Baumia, Yatawe Konota, Obeho, Ochoba Popo, Umbojan Cheko, now Talobana Popo Blibli, Minkebu, Obeno Kono Bafe Ghana. Me, what I know is that there's an international society that interferes in our politics. They are the people who are pushing Baumia. I'm telling you, one day you find out. I don't want to mention their names here. I'm not afraid to say, but this show is too big. We don't want to accommodate them. You understand? They are the people who are pushing Yodom. How do you build a house? Starting from the roof. Where's the foundation? The logic of it. The lack of common sense. So, Bogabi, the deceit of Michael Kwe. The deceit of Michael Kwe. Sign a report now is to scheme to control the party. Then America look at his age. Me say only Metrimodin and Koyobi Crank retire from politics that only Masembe Tono. That no lose elections to speaker to Honorable Bagby. Do you know what happened to him? The wife collapsed. She stayed in coma for about 3 years before she passed on. You even retire from politics and go and sit by the woman in India. You left her on a sick bed in India. If you go and see his writings, politics in Ghana, 1972 to 79, all lies. Because when he got a chance, politics in Ghana, 1982 to 89, what he wrote of Rawlings, when he got the chance with Nanado, go and see what he did. You will see the human being, what they write. when they get the opportunity, it's the exact opposite way they behave. And Jay Kufuor, he says what?
About the India one, we don't have any evidence.
I have evidence. The wife collapsed ask everybody who was in parliament that day. When she heard the news, she was there well dressed, waiting to be sworn in with the husband. And then the results turned out that it didn't go in their favor. She collapsed in the chamber. Ask anybody. She was flown to India. 3 years. I'm saying on authority, not to denigrate anybody. I'm saying that is a man Michael Kwe you people want to follow. Then Jay Kufuor, you want to come and tell us your record? Your record should be speaking for itself. The people should have involved you. Don't come and tell us they have not involved you. You Jay Kufuor, everything Afenyo Marking does, you know about it. They are your boys. I'm telling you. At least this time Patrick Boma spoke. He spoke well, that young man. Yes, that's one of Jay Kufuor's boys. So what is Kufuor talking about? All those people were sidelined. You didn't say anything. You, Jay Kufuor, you brought the likes of Papa Kwesi Ndum into national politics to come and serve you in an all-inclusive arrangement. He was one of the most hardworking ministers in your government. What happened? When the Americans were recommending him for you to help you to do your Millennium Challenge account, your people ganged up against him. And that is why the likes of Osafu Mafu, one of the laziest cabinet ministers with Nanado in your government, when they got the chance to rule this country, look at what they did to Papa Kwesi Ndum. Agia Ndum kita, any nyansa, ni abadaye, ni akumapa kita wa Ghana no. Mo nanaya Osafu Mafu, oni Nanado, mo ni bida, mo de dagotam natan time, ono wasru, ono eputusi, mo tumi me da. If it was not for Ndum, Kufuor's government would have been baller. I'm saying it here. Na anyone on no I'm asking you. Jay Kufuor, he gave it to 4 people. They couldn't do it. Empty-headed people. Professor Jambafo, they gave it to, he couldn't do it. They gave it to Osafu Mafu or DCK, allegedly 4.8 million pounds. Only Eric One, Benjamin Opokubi or UK chartered accountant. They sat down and chopped the money. They didn't give them anybody. They couldn't even execute the project. Then they gave it to J.H. Mensah, almighty J.H. Mensah, even couldn't put the services paper together. Then when he went to Bahrain, he said, no, I went to America with you. Ambassador Dikio says is my witness. America is asking us to give the job to Dr. Papa Kwesi Ndum. He can do it. He's a services delivery expert.
Oh, yes.
Just within 3 days, he had put up a paper. Just within 3 days. So yes, so he had to put it by the NDPC. These people, let's put them to shame forever. Ndum, very powerful, effective person or no not jimpo kita no Jay Kufuor ye ka uni bi become a money who, but you have destroyed him. Your people have destroyed him. Me patch me say JM, he should return the banks to the owners. If you go to Atimo Tresu, they are not going to do it. Wow, they have lost it all.
Yeah.
But Elijah said, what did you do wrong? Heritage.
Well, that's
were there any mistakes?
Unless what I saw was fake news. But
what? No, something has to be done. Ndum, what did he do wrong? Go and see the market levels he was serving, the rural areas. People could send money directly from America to their mothers in the rural homes because it was digitalized all over the country. He was working. What are we talking about? They should keep quiet. Yes, Bogabi, they should keep quiet. They shouldn't disturb anybody. They have destroyed the economy. For 9 million, so says they only 25 million. I could say we are in CDG now here, no the warfare, no nana no more, and I could trap bank. I don't wonder whether the managing director does not know that. They should sack them. They should let them reapply. Bogabi, deal mining. Look at how they entered our forest. Look, how can you pass? Look at the law Nanado passed. Is it 406? To get the people to enter the forest. Yes. Meanwhile, in this country, on Mampeni bi obebe o kitanya sebia ti say God in Gajisberg. Oduania, Kwame Nkrumah oduania, Achampo oduania, Rollins oduania. Odi o baya, nya na ye dua na ye kwaye no. Ye nwura kwaye no mu ne nkotu gold no ye nse no. Ye nse kwaye no. Today look at the state of the Brem River. And now go at him or Treso and now cause the go and see Brem Nenum. I have poto. Aden, your son here, Sabinum. What is it? Muka say it's Romana. Hey, baby, I'm over car new position. I'm up when you are there. Bonnie, I'm with Joe my way. You can't send one Mugabe. Now, maybe car. In the name of God. Nyankupon Dimu Kramu bo my way. In the name of God. Nyankupon Dimu Mugabe Unim. They said they were going to build God a cathedral. Yes, they took $58 million of our country's money and spent it anyhow. In the end, audit by one says Canada also seen 58. 97. I ain't have 39. They know how to hide things. They are tricksters. The bunch of because look, Jane Kufuor made a statement years after he had left power that it was wrong for Kwame Nkrumah to invest the money that was given to him at independence in the country. Look at you. Kwame Nkrumah was not giving any money at independence. It was the Cocoa Amendments Bill of 1954 that accrued money. They had increased the cocoa price on the world market. Kwame Nkrumah took 71% and kept the money in the Bank of England for 4 years, not until 1958. So the money, including two other taxes that he gave to those marketing companies who involved the cocoa export, made the money to get to 198 million pounds. The money was released to us on 1st July 1960. Odan Senior Secondary School, Achim Sedro Secondary School, Achinswa Senior High, all the Ghana secondary schools you see, yes, they are part of the brand new 43 secondary schools Kwame Nkrumah built from that money. The Akosombo Dam you see, 70 million pounds counterpart funding from Ghana came from those cocoa accrued monies that they gave to Nkrumah. He did one family trophy. And they see on the Volta River Authority and the Dasu War, that's what you see there. Yes, the Mamoto Way, all the secondary schools, don't you see it around? Don't you see it when you were there? Muba Bema Muntu Yashi more manu, Mubata no Diomani Sika, Mufram Rumpeni for Akasifo, say Mu Nimdia, the baby no matter do about nothing. Debbie, Mimi suit I say locally made. Omodia no Clearfield France. And Eba, Utu said there's a difference. Mimi dear Mama tell me Sikawaha. I've given the local economy. Yes, I bought the fabric from here. Suit wearing is not any, and I wanted to let them know. You first suit wearing your guy, Mimi Sano, Naminano, Omopam Atade. It is suit a babunya. Yet you didn't for the chief form. You find if you the chief form and then you suit. You use your head to help your nation when you get the chance to go to school. Or mine, Mimi go school, school fees are meetia. Now me pay free school, now me show mine. I have to sacrifice to make my nation a better place. Now, when you get the chance, you want to steal from everybody. When I look at my own friend, Frank Anodompe, what's this sakra and I'm showing Subai? Oh, Papa, last time you're a police officer's son, policeman, or you be a tree. You are lucky to be even alive. So, Papa, no, Mammy, I won't train to Aboshiamba. You are lucky to be alive, yes. And then look at you. You have turned yourself into a rich man in Sawam. Oh, no, it's painful. When I was in the university with him, how humble he was then. And today, how he carries us about it pains me. Why? Didn't I know Mani Brahma at the university? Is he not still humble? Why? What is it? Edward Bauer. I knew them at the university. I don't humble people. So what are we talking about? Afenyo Makin, sleeper on the floor. Today, look at him. Wants to fly as if he was sleeping on the golden mattress whilst he was at the university. He ran away. He couldn't finish his course. You understand? If you are talking about people in the MPP who we should give opportunity to, I will not mean words about Patrick Brahma. Patrick Brahma was my mate. Once I'm in Kano, once I'm bonida. Now some so bad with the manual to move bonida. Make papa ne woman because that guy papa be one. I don't know MPP for mo. Nipa a woman party no papa wo mu. One person mo be party because 38 na wa o. Mo di 12 years na be 50 o.
Because leadership you hear koda. You know.
No more you na free mu. Meanwhile he has intelligence okasa you dey he's a slow type. But okasa.
We jagba we abranti oba dem.
Oh, da be no buy. Da be no buy nti mo gabi. Ya do ma say o ma ko yi concert na wie obi ahun. Ya nko party e wo kwaye mu. Ya ndi osunu na chi. Enko party bia wo kwaye mu. They should stay there.